because I went from a B to a D, and not like a low D, like a high D. Like, y'all see how big they were? I really like regret getting my boobs this big. Me being an Instagram model or whatever the case may be, I feel like I had to look a certain type of way. If you want to do it, do it. Don't let anyone change your mind. Welcome back to my channel. It's Janiameshell. But before we start, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Join the family and come party with us. First things first, I have had so many questions about my body, what I've done to my body. Even people try to show me, like, I don't know, before and after pictures of my body. We're about to get to it. I'm about to show you guys before and after pictures, and I'm gonna give you the do's and the don'ts of certain things. So sit back, relax, and yeah, get the tea. I'm gonna give you the real tea. I'm gonna give you the tea that everybody don't want to give y'all, because I don't care. We're gonna go into picture number one. As y'all can see, I'm in a classroom. I was in the 11th grade. Y'all see I had a little cake back there. You see, yeah, had a little butt back there. This picture went viral. Like, everybody was like, oh my God, what school she go to? But yeah, I was thick. I wasn't always a stick, y'all. Like, I had a little shape. I think y'all forget that. Like, I had a little shape. Let's get into picture number two. When I first started, like, getting stuff done to my body, like, where it all started. So the first thing that I got done was my boob. I went from, as y'all can see in this picture, like, they still like sitting real high. Like, I think I just got them done, and I had like a hosting, so I had to go to the club, you know, and show y'all what I got done. This is the first picture that y'all ever saw of me, like, you know, altering my body. And as y'all can see, like, my stomach was still like kind of, I'm not gonna say, it was like bloated. Like, y'all can see it in the picture, like, it was like bloated, but I just had a baby. I really like regret getting my boobs this big, because I went from a B to a D, and not like a low D, like a high D. Like, y'all see how big they were? Ooh, they were huge. But I don't recommend jumping fast like that. I feel like you should do it gradually. So I went from a B, I should have went to a C, and like let my body fully like develop. If I wanted them bigger, go back and get them done again, or you know. But I feel like me jumping like this really like messed up like my boobs, because they spread it too fast. That makes sense? Yeah, that makes sense. So that was number one. That was my number one mistake, jumping that many sizes. It was this picture. This picture went viral. Everybody talked about it. I even turned the comments off because it was like so much conversation about this photo. And as you can see, my boobs were like sitting super high. But again, that's because I just got them done. They didn't sit in. And I don't recommend not wearing your bra when you first get your boobs done, because the bra adds compression to it and it actually helps them drop. So I feel like when you get anything done to your body, you have to let the full recovery take its course, because if you don't, you won't have the outcome that you really want. You won't see your full results. So then we can get into this picture. So as y'all can see, I was a stick. I was really small, but I had my boobs done, but I still had like a stomach. My stomach didn't fully go down after my baby. Me being an Instagram model or whatever the case may be, I feel like I had to look a certain type of way. And me like modeling for like brands or whatever, like you guys used to talk about, oh, her stomach's so, like, her stomach's still big or this or that. So I feel like I started getting insecure, and I wanted to like go get a flat stomach. I wanted like that look or whatever the case may be. After that, I felt like this was when I first got my first round of lipo. As you guys can see, like, my stomach was flat, but I didn't do what needed to be done to keep my stomach flat. I was like, as you can see, not wearing my faja, just like eating whatever, like not getting massages. And I felt like, oh, I got lipo, my body's gonna be perfectly fine. I'm gonna keep this flat stomach, nothing's gonna happen, it's not gonna change. After that, this photo, you can kind of see like my stomach started to like come back, but I started to, if you guys like look close, I started to have like lumps in my stomach, and that's because I got fibrosis. Fibrosis is something that happens when you don't get the fluid out of your body, getting your massages, getting body sculpting, or whatever the case may be. The blood starts like clotting up inside of your stomach, and the only way to get that out is getting lipo again. I had no knowledge of that. I didn't know that, you know, that could happen. I didn't know that my stomach wouldn't be flat. I had no clue about fibrosis. So I was learning along the way. You know, nobody around me had surgery before, so no one could like tell me the ropes. Nobody could tell me like what the do's and the don'ts were. So let's get into this picture. As you guys can see, I was skinny. Like the before picture, I was really skinny. I didn't like it. I didn't want it. Like, I liked the fact that I was skinny, but I felt like I wanted a little shape. I wanted to be able to like put a swimsuit on and like have a little shape to me. The day after I took that picture, that's when I started looking like this. As you can see, my hips started spreading. My stomach wasn't as flat as I wanted it to be, but I could see like my hips, and that's really what I wanted. Like, I really wanted to be able to see a shape on me. After that, we can get into this picture. As you can see, my photo is clearly edited. Like, it's airbrushed. Really couldn't see like I was still bloated or whatever, but I wasn't really worried about that. I was worried about the fact that you guys could see a little hip on me, you guys could see a little shape. I look good. As you guys can hear, like, it's been a process. It didn't happen overnight. My body didn't come overnight. I've been changing it gradually, but I make small changes I make small changes until I want to change it again, if that makes sense. I know you guys saw this picture before, and as you guys can see, I got a little ab there. They were, you know, coming in or whatever, you know. That's because I went and got ab etching. So I originally went to the doctor to get lipo again because I wanted a flat stomach, but the doctor recommended that I get ab etching to make it look like, oh, you have the workout body or whatever the case may be. But the doctor that I went to didn't tell me that I had fibrosis, nor did he tell me that my stomach didn't all the way fully contract back from when I had my baby. So the muscles inside of my stomach, they didn't attach, so the abs wouldn't fully come in. So when I got surgery, I'll try to go like find that picture for you guys. Instead of like coming off the table with a flat stomach, abs, or whatever the case may be, I came off the table with a bigger stomach that I went in with and stitches inside of my stomach. It took like probably a week for me to actually go get the stitches removed. Even with this surgery, I wasn't doing what needed to be done. I was sitting by the pool. A week after I had surgery, I was on some jet skis. I wasn't getting my massages because they told me that the lady couldn't touch the front of my stomach because I had stitches in it, and they didn't want her to mess up the stitch. So I wasn't getting massages, which I'm assuming added more fibrosis. And yeah, but as you guys can see, I had like abs. But what you don't see is, I'll try to find a before picture before I edit it. I have marks on my stomach from them, like, I guess sculpting it to how it was supposed to be. I had marks on my stomach, and he told me like it would take a month for the marks to like go away. It's just like if you go get stitches and the marks like stay on your body or whatever. He told me that they'll go away like in a month or two. A month or two passed, the marks never went away, and as of today, I still have those marks on my stomach from getting ab etching. And I do suggest finding a doctor that specializes in certain things. Like, some doctors might specialize in BBLs and not lipo, or some doctors might specialize in breast aug. So it's very important that you read on your doctor before you actually go and see how many deaths they had, how many people got botched from them, how many people hate their results. Be sure to ask for before and after pictures. Ask around. Don't just go off of what someone says, like, oh yeah, my work is good, I actually know how to do this, you're gonna look perfect. Don't just go off that, because at the end of the day, your body isn't like anyone else's body. Your body might react different. So it's best to do your own research and do the healing process right. So as you can see, my butt is bigger, and a lot of people said, oh, you did this and that to your butt or whatever the case may be. But honestly, my butt just started spreading. The last lipo, he kind of snatched my waist. So when he snatched my waist, my hips started spreading, which made the illusion of my butt looking way bigger than what it really was, because I was smaller. I didn't have no faja on. I wasn't going to get massages at this point. I think I was going to get massages at this point, but they weren't done right. So I don't think the fluid was like moving the way that it should. As you guys can see in this photo, how deep the scars were in my stomach. And it's the illusion of like a 6-pack or a 4-pack or whatever the case may be. But those were really fluid pockets of blood. So it wasn't a 6-pack, which what I thought was, it was really fluid. The reason I went and got my last surgery is because I still like had a pouch at the bottom of my stomach, and a lot of people were saying, oh, you could have just worked that out, or going to the gym would have solved that problem, or you could have just did that, you could have went on a diet, you could have did this, you could have did that. But what people fail to realize is once you have fibrosis in your body, you can't just work that off. You can't just, oh, go to the gym and it's just gonna go away. No, my stomach would have never been as flat as it is today if I would have never went and got the fibrosis sucked out. And it took for the doctor, this last doctor, to tell me, you know you have fibrosis in your stomach, which is why your stomach isn't getting flat. You do know that your body hasn't contracted back from when you had your baby. I'm having all these problems because number one, I went and got surgery without researching. Number two, I wasn't getting massages. Number three, I wasn't wearing my faja. All those problems added up to me like not liking my body, me being insecure about my body, wanting to edit my body, just wanting to basically like hide my stomach. That little pouch used to kill me. Even when I would take pictures, I would feel so insecure because I was like, why won't this pouch go away? And on top of that, I did try working out. I was wearing a waist trainer. I was doing all those things and it just would not go away. I got surgery because that was the only thing that was going to take it away. And I am happy I did. I am happy I got the last surgery. Now, if I could go back in time and not get surgery from my breast to my lipo, I probably would change it, and I would just be like a petite girl with, you know, like working out or whatever the case may be, dieting, and I would probably do that. But since that's not the case now and I can't go back in time, I don't know if I'm gonna have surgery again. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, oh, I'm not gonna ever do it again, because I don't know. But what I will say is the recovery process, super expensive. On top of paying whatever I paid for the surgery, you have to remember that you still have to pay for massages. Massages are not cheap. It's probably $100 a massage, and you have to get massages 3 times a week for the first like 6 to 8 weeks, just because you have to get all the fluid out of your body. You have to melt all the fluid out of your body. And a lot of people don't know that. They just think, oh, surgery, I'm gonna go get surgery, I don't have to worry about nothing after. Yes, you do, because if you don't do the proper care after, you're going to be back on the table. The aftercare is so important. The surgery is important, but the aftercare is. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, this might happen, that might happen. Just go for it. Everybody's body is different. Everybody wants to change something. So if you have the ability to change it, you might as well. Don't let them stop you. And if they gonna hate, regardless of the fact. So yeah, just do it. But yeah, that was my surgery journey. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's some real tea. I never thought that I would actually sit down in front of a camera and explain it. It's not that I was like trying to hide it from people. I just felt like it was nobody's business. But I now feel like a lot of people don't talk about it, and I want to. So it is what it is. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down in the comment section and tell me what you think, whether it's good or bad. Feedback is feedback. I love y'all. Bye.